Good evening, everybody. Happy weekly Wednesday webinar. Thank you very much for being here with us in another episode of season two. Wow, I can't believe we are halfway through the year. No, even more than the second part of the year. And then season two still making, these presentations, and we're so excited to be here with you. Financial empowerment, celebrating National Financial Awareness Day. Thank you for being here with us. As usual, we're going to give a couple more minutes for people to join. My name is Eddie Villanueva. I'm the Member Engagement Specialist here at the United States Senate Federal Credit Union, and it's an honor to have each one of you attending these webinars. As we always say, these webinars wouldn't be possible without you all. So the fact that you take time to be here with us every Wednesday means a lot to us. So stay tuned. We have many surprises and a new presenter. So please stand by because we have so many great things happening this evening. And then I want to give a shout out to the early birds, that are on the attendee list. Thank you very much for being here. Um, I'm sure we have people from all over the nation. I know sometimes we have people on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and the South, and the North. So wherever you're joining from, whether you're at your home, you already got off work, or you're still at the office, or maybe you're driving and listening in, please, thank you very much for being here with us. All right. Somebody's joining from the great state of Illinois. Let's go. Shout outs to Illinois. Should give shout outs to my state. I know Andrea can support me on this, and Troy as well. Virginia is in the house as well. So thank you very much, everybody from Illinois. That's a great state. It touches home because somebody very special that's part of my family lives over there. Oh, wait, it's Carrie. Carrie lives in Illinois. So,
I'm
thank
also
you.
the one who wrote that in the chat.
Of course, definitely. So there you go. See, it's a small world, they say, So, and with that being said, we don't want to go any further because we want to be respectful of people's times. Kim, take the mic away from me, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this Wednesday evening. To our members, if there's any potential members out there, we would love to have you join our amazing credit union. We always say no members, no credit union. Welcome to Financial Empowerment. Happy National Financial Awareness Day. You're going to learn, we're going to give you resources, tips, tricks to be financially well. And I get the privilege of introducing our amazing panelist team. You guys all know Carrie Lazar. She is our expert content creator in our marketing department. Please welcome Eddie. We love Eddie. He's the best MC out there. And Andrea, both of those employees are from the marketing department. And like Carrie said, my name is Kim Fridley. I'm the membership development analyst, and we have a very special presenter this evening. His name is Troy Ferguson. He has a wealth of knowledge in all things banking, and he is the vice president of retail here at the credit union. And we are just so excited that Troy is here with us and presenting. So Troy, take it away, brother.
All righty. Well, thank you and good evening, everyone. Want to give a special shout out to our staff, supporting staff tonight, Kim and Eddie and Carrie and Andrea, who are always so professional and prepared and ready to bring a great evening to each and every one of you in terms of the content that we're going to speak of tonight. First, I want to begin with our seminar tonight is about financial empowerment, celebrating National Financial Awareness Day. Today is that day, and this day is dedicated to increasing and understanding, promoting good financial habits. Financial Awareness Day was established to highlight the importance of financial literacy and to encourage individuals to take proactive steps in managing their money much more effectively. When you think about what's going in the world today, I would say it's a really good market in terms of if you're looking to save, there's great rates out there for virtually everyone, no matter where you are in the spectrum of beginning to save, a beginning saver, if you will, or if you've very versed in the process. So just a lot in the world today that one can really make some good decisions, some smart decisions with the right education to help you achieve your financial goals. So want to, 1 second. Looks like we got had a little hiccup. But we are back on track. All right. Today's agenda, we're going to cover the importance of financial awareness, building a strong financial foundation, managing debt and credit, protecting your financial future, and planning for retirement. And then at the end, we'll have a Q&A session for those of you that may have questions in regards to some of the content that we've covered, or just maybe questions on some other information regarding your specific situation. So with that being said, financial awareness is about more than just understanding numbers. It's about taking control of your financial life and making informed decisions that can lead to long-term stability and success. First, let's start about talking about empowerment. When you have a solid grasp of your finances, you're better equipped to set and achieve your goals, manage your debt effectively, and build wealth over time. This knowledge gives you the confidence and independence to navigate your financial journey with clarity. Another benefit is key stress reduction. We all know that financial uncertainty can be a major source of stress in our lives. But when you understand your finances, where your money is going, how to budget, how to spend it, and plan for the future, you can significantly reduce that stress and improve your overall mental and emotional well-being. The other is improved decision-making is another critical aspect of financial awareness. Whether it's deciding how to invest, when to save, or how to budget, or setting financial goals is a critical step in achieving financial success. But it's important to set those goals in a way that sets you up for success. That's where SMART goals come in. And SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break that down first. Specific goals. So let me switch slides for you in a second. Specific. Your financial goals need to be clearly identified. Rather than saying, I want to save money, be specific. Let's say, for example, I want to save $5,000 for an emergency fund. This clarity helps you understand exactly what you're working towards. Next, let's talk about measurable. It's important to have measurable criteria so that you can track your progress. Ask yourself, how will I know when I've achieved this goal? For example, if your goal was to save $5,000, you might set a target of saving $500 a month. This gives you a clear way to measure your progress as you go. Then let's look at achievable. Your goal should be realistic and within your financial capacity. Consider whether you can reasonably accomplish this goal given your current resources. For instance, you might need to adjust your budget or cut back on certain expenses to make saving $500 a month achievable. Relevance is the next one. Relevance is also key. Your financial goals should align with your broader financial plans and life values. Ask yourself, why is this goal important to me? For example, building an emergency fund might be crucial for ensuring your financial security, which aligns with your desire for peace of mind. Finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline, that's for sure. Setting a time frame creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. For instance, you might set a goal to save $5,000 within 10 months. This gives you a clear endpoint to work to. By setting SMART financial goals, you create a structured, actionable plan that not only makes your goals more attainable, but also aligns them with your long-term financial success. This approach turns vague ambitions into clear, actionable steps that lead to real progress. Building a strong financial foundation. Now we've explored why financial awareness is so important. Let's dive into how you can start building a strong financial foundation. This is where the practical steps come in, from budgeting to savings, that will set you up for long-term success. Let's start with budgeting basics. Why budgeting matters? Well, What is budgeting? At its core, budgeting is the process of creating a plan to manage your income, expenses, and savings. It essentially is a roadmap for your money, helping you allocate funds in a way that aligns with your financial goals. Now, why does budgeting matter? First and foremost, budgeting is the key to maintaining financial stability. By carefully planning your income and expenses, you ensure that you're living within your means and not overspending. This financial discipline is crucial for avoiding debt and achieving long-term stability. Speaking of debt, budgeting is also a powerful tool for debt management. It allows you to allocate funds specifically to pay off your debt systematically, which can significantly reduce financial stress. With a clear plan in place, you can tackle debt head on and gradually work towards financial freedom. Another critical aspect of budgeting is savings growth. By prioritizing savings in your budget, you can build an emergency fund, save for big goals like a home or vacation, and even invest in your future. I'll pause here for a second. Personally, my family and I had a goal to travel to Europe last year. And we set forth an amazing budget. We cut back on a lot of things and we were able to get it done. In fact, we saved so much that it allows us to plan for another trip for this year because we learned so many valuable lessons from budgeting that we're able to go back to Italy for a second time this year based upon the lessons that we learned in setting that budget. Budgeting also brings spending awareness. When you create a budget, you track where your money goes, which makes it easier to identify where you might be overspending. This awareness can also help you make smarter choices and cut back on unnecessary expenses. I definitely learned that lesson. In terms of its role, budgeting is the foundation for financial success. It's the cornerstone of financial planning. Finally, budgeting empowers you through knowledge. When you understand your budget, you're in a better position to make informed decisions that align with your values and goals. Let's go to our next one. Let's dive into some practical tips for creating and sticking to a budget. First, track your income and expenses. The foundation of any good budget is knowing exactly where your money is coming from, and more importantly, where it's going. You can use apps, spreadsheets, or even just pen and paper to get a clear picture of your finances. Next, prioritize your essential expenses. Start with the necessities like housing, utilities, groceries, and transportation. These are the areas that need to be first before you consider any discretionary spending. It's also crucial to set realistic limits for your spending. Be honest about your habits. Make sure your spending limits reflect an actual financial situation. If adjustments are needed, don't hesitate to make them. Include your savings goals in your budget. Treat savings as a non-negotiable expense. One effective strategy is to automate transfers to your savings account so that this happens without you even thinking about it. Remember, budgets aren't static. It's important to review your budget regularly, monthly and quarterly, and adjust it based on changes to your income, expenses, or your individual financial goals. A helpful guideline is the 50-30-20 rule. Allocate 50% of your income to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Of course, you can adjust these percentages to fit your personal situation. Finally, stay flexible. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should be able to adapt to changes. While it's important to be flexible, staying committed to your overall financial goals will help you to keep on track, and by following these tips, being better equipped to create a budget that works for you and helps you achieve your financial goals. Next, the importance of saving regularly. With the solid budget in place, the next key step is to focus on saving regularly. Budgeting helps you manage your day-to-day finances, but consistent savings is what builds your financial security over time and helps you reach your bigger goals. The power of compounding interest. Let's talk about the importance of saving regularly and the incredible power of compounding interest. First, saving regularly is essential for building financial security. By consistently setting aside money, you create a safety net that can cover emergencies and unexpected expenses, giving you peace of mind. Regular saving also helps you achieve important financial goals, whether it's buying a home, funding education, or planning a dream vacation. The key to make this saving a habit is that you're constantly moving closer to your goals. Again, here's something I can speak about very personally. I have two children that are beginning college this week. One will be at George Mason, the other will be at Virginia Tech. And we had to have some good saving strategy for that because those are some painful checks to have to write next week. But I was glad that we were able to have a budget and have a good savings plan to allow us to be able to do that. The importance of compounding interest is one of the most powerful concepts in personal finance. Compounding allows your money to grow faster and over time because you earn your interest not just on savings, but also on the interest that already is accumulated. This creates a snowball effect where your money grows exponentially as time goes on. One of the amazing things about compounding is that it starts small but grows big. Even small, regular contributions can add up to significant amounts of savings over time, and the exponential nature of compounding. That's why it's so important to start saving and investing as early as possible. Time is key when it comes to compounding interest. The earlier you start, the more your money starts to benefit from you and starts compounding, which can lead to greater returns in the long run. That is why it's so often said that in the market, it's more important than timing the market. So by saving regularly and taking advantage of compounding interest, you're just not secure about the present, you're setting yourself up for a much more prosperous future. How to build an emergency fund. Let's discuss the importance of having an emergency fund and how to build one effectively. First, why is an emergency fund essential? An emergency fund acts as a financial safety net. It provides a cushion for unexpected expenses, such as medical bills, car repairs, or even job loss. Without this cushion, you might find yourself relying on high interest debt like credit cards, personal loans to cover these debts. Having an emergency fund also prevents debt. When emergencies arise, having funds set aside means you don't need to rely on borrowing money, which can save you from accumulating high interest debt and the stress that comes with it. Another crucial benefit is peace of mind, knowing that you have a financial buffer in place to reduce stress and allows you to handle life's uncertainties with greater confidence and calm. Now, how to build an emergency fund. First, set a target. A good rule of thumb is to aim for saving 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. This amount provides a solid cushion for most unexpected situations. Start small and stay consistent. Begin by saving a manageable amount and gradually increase it over time. This consistency regularly putting money aside will help you grow your funds steadily. To make saving easier, automate your savings. Set up automatic transfers to separate savings account. This way, a portion of your income goes directly into your emergency fund without you having to think about it. Lastly, ensure your emergency fund is accessible, but not too accessible. Keep it liquid so you can access it for emergencies, but avoid dipping into it for non-emergency expenses. A separate savings account dedicated solely to emergencies is often a good idea. By understanding the importance of emergency fund and following these steps to build one, you'll be better prepared for whatever life throws your way, ensuring greater financial stability and peace of mind. Managing debt and credit. Oh, this is a big one. Consistent savings is a vital part of financial health, but it's just as important to pay attention to your debt and credit scores. Managing your credit responsibly not only helps you avoid costly interest, but also plays a key role in securing favorable loan terms and maintaining your overall financial stability. Understanding those credit scores. This is really interesting. Let's break down how the scores are calculated and why they matter. First, how are scores calculated? There are 5 main factors. Number 1, payment history, which accounts for 35% of your score. And it's the most significant factor. It reflects your track record of making payments on time, late or missed payments, and can significantly lower your score. Next is credit utilization, which makes up 30% of your score. This is the ratio of your credit card balances to your credit limit. It's ideal to keep your utilization below 30%. High utilization can signal to lenders that you're overextended. That's a big one, a really big one. Sometimes people see that, well, I have a $1,000 limit, so let me just go ahead and charge up $700 and I've got $300 to spare. That is the absolute last thing you want to do. You really don't want to use it too much, really only for emergencies. But if you have to use it, make sure you're in a position to try to pay it off, the balance before the next statement cycle. Length of credit history contributes to 15% of your score. The longer your credit history, the better. This includes the age of your oldest account and the average age of all your accounts. A longer history demonstrates reliability over time. Then we have credit mix, which is 10% of your score. A variety of credit types, such as credit cards, mortgages, and installment loans, can positively impact your score. It shows that you can manage different kinds of credit responsibly. Finally, new credit inquiries also account for 10% of your score. Applying for too much credit in a short period of time can lower your score because it suggests that you may be taking on more than you can handle. So why do credit scores matter? Firstly, your credit score significantly affects loan approval and interest rates. Higher scores mean that increase your chances of loan approval and help secure lower interest rates, saving you money over periods of time. Secondly, credit scores are important for rental applications. Landlords often check your credit scores for reliability to see how reliable you are as a tenant. A higher score can make you a more attractive candidate. Your credit score can also influence your insurance premiums. Most insurers use credit scores to determine your premiums, with higher scores often leading to lower rates. Lastly, credit scores can impact employment opportunities. Employers may often review your score as part of the hiring process, especially for positions that require financial responsibility or management roles. Understanding and managing your credit score is essential. It affects many aspects in financial life, from loan approvals and interest rates to rental applications, insurance premiums, and even job opportunities. By maintaining a good credit score, you can access better financial opportunities and enjoy greater financial stability. Tips for managing and reducing debt. Managing and reducing debt can feel overwhelming, but with the right strategies, you can take control and work towards becoming debt-free. Let's go over some practical tips to help you manage and reduce your debt effectively. First, create a debt repayment plan. Start by listing all of your debts and prioritizing them, either by interest rate or by balance. Two popular strategies are the avalanche method, where you focus on paying off the higher interest debts first, and the snowball method, where you tackle the smaller balances first. Choose the approach that motivates you the most and start making progress. Next, whenever possible, pay more than the minimum. If you don't pay more than the minimum, it winds up costing you a lot of interest over a period of time. And that defeats the purpose on establishing or managing your debt. Next is debt consolidation. It's another strategy to consider. If you have multiple debts, consolidating them into one single loan with a lower interest rate can simplify your payments and potentially reduce your overall interest costs. Just be sure to compare the terms and ensure that the consolidation is the right move for your situation. It's also worth negotiating with creditors. Don't hesitate to reach out and discuss lowering your interest rate or setting up alternative payment plans. Many creditors are willing to work with you if you're proactive and communicate openly. Another key part of debt management is avoiding accumulating new debt. Focus on paying off what you already owe before taking on any new obligations. This helps prevent your debt from growing and becoming unmanageable. To stay motivated, track your progress regularly. Review your debt repayment plan and see how far you've come. This will help you stay on track and make the necessary adjustments along the way. Finally, if you're feeling overwhelmed, seek professional help. A financial advisor or credit counselor can offer guidance, support, and negotiate with creditors on your behalf. They can provide the expertise that you need to get back on solid footing. By following these strategies, you'll be better equipped to manage your debt, reduce what you owe, and ultimately achieve financial freedom. Debt management. Prioritizing your debt is a crucial step in managing your financial health. The first thing to do is identify your highest interest debts. These are the debts that are costing you the most in interest charges. So it's wise to focus on paying those off first. By tackling high interest debts head on, you can reduce the overall amount you pay over time. Another strategy is to consider debt consolidation. If you have multiple debts with varying interest rates, consolidating them into one single loan with a lower interest rate can simplify the entire process and potentially save you money. This approach can make it easier to manage your debt, giving you just one payment to focus on rather than juggling several. Lastly, whenever possible, try to increase your payments beyond the minimum each month. Paying more than the minimum not only accelerates debt elimination, but it also reduces the amount of interest you'll pay over the life of the loan. Even small additional payments can make a difference over time, helping you get out of debt faster and freeing up your finances for other goals. By prioritizing your debt in these ways, you can control your financial situation towards a more secure and debt-free future. Protecting your financial future. Now that we've covered the essentials of managing debt and credit, it's time to look at the bigger picture of protecting your financial future. This involves more than just managing your finances day to day. It includes safeguarding your assets through insurance, staying vigilant against fraud, and planning for the future with the proper estate planning. Insurance essentials. When it comes to protecting your financial future, insurance plays a vital role in safeguarding against unexpected events that could otherwise derail your plans. Let's start with life insurance. Life insurance provides financial support to your loved ones in the event of your passing. It ensures that your family can maintain their standard of living, cover their daily expenses, or pay off debts like a mortgage. This type of insurance is particularly important if you have dependents or significant financial obligations. Next, there's health insurance. Health insurance helps out over the cost of medical care, which can be incredibly expensive without coverage. Having health insurance not only protects you from overwhelming medical bills, but also gives you the necessary healthcare services, promoting overall well-being. For those who own or rent a home, homeowners or renters insurance is crucial. Homeowners insurance protects your property against damage or loss potentially due to events like fire, theft, or natural disasters. It also provides liability coverage in case someone is injured on your property. Renters insurance, on the other hand, protects your personal belongings and offers liability coverage if you're renting a home or an apartment. Finally, let's talk about auto insurance. If you own a vehicle, auto insurance is essential. It covers damage to your car and liability for any injuries or damages you might cause to others in an accident. Auto insurance can also protect you against uninsured and underinsured drivers, giving you peace of mind whenever you're on the road. Each of these insurance types serves as a financial safety net, ensuring that when life throws you a curveball, you're prepared and protected. By having the right coverage in place, you can focus on your financial goals without worrying about the what ifs. Safeguarding against fraud. Unfortunately, fraud is an ever-present threat, but there are steps you can take to protect yourself. First, it's important to recognize common scams. Phishing emails, fake calls, online scams are all designed to trick you into giving away your personal information. Always be skeptical of unsolicited messages that ask for sensitive details. I can give you guys a personal example that happened to me earlier today, where I received a call. I thought I recognized the number, and I answered the phone, and a gentleman asked me, was I still selling my property? And I knew right away that I have no property listed for sale. It's never been on the market. I have no intent. But somehow they've gotten my information and reached out, and I immediately just hung up the phone. So these things are out there. They come across nonchalant or very friendly, and you have to be careful and recognize when those things occur. Speaking of which, safeguarding your personal information is critical. Never share your social security number, account passwords, or PIN numbers over the phone or online unless you're absolutely sure of the recipient's identity. Scammers often pose as trusted entities to gain your trust. Another key step to monitor is monitoring your bank accounts regularly. By checking your bank and credit card statements frequently, you can quickly spot any unauthorized transactions and take action before things get worse. Make sure you're using strong passwords for your online accounts. Unique and complex passwords are often harder for scammers to guess. It's also good practice to update them regularly to keep your account secure. For added protection, enable two-factor authentication on your financial accounts. This layer of security makes it harder for someone to access your accounts without your permission. Staying informed is also crucial. Keep up to date on the latest fraud trends so you can stay one step ahead of scammers. Knowledge is your first line of defense. And I know we conduct these weekly Wednesday webinars, and I know we have webinars where we talk about fraud and how to protect your information against some of these viable threats that are out there. So definitely it's something that USSFCU is aware of, and we're doing our best to make sure that we get that information out there to you to make you aware so you don't have anything negative to happen against you. Finally, if you ever notice anything unusual or suspect that you've been targeted by a scam, report it immediately. Contact your financial institution and any relevant authorities to ensure that the issues are addressed quickly. By staying vigilant and taking proactive measures, you can significantly reduce your risk of falling victim to fraud. Next, estate planning basics. Estate planning is an essential part of securing your financial legacy and making sure your assets are distributed according to your wishes. Let's start with the importance of wills. A will is a legal document that outlines your assets and should be distributed after you pass away. It also allows you to designate guardians for any minor children and make specific requests. Without a will, state laws will determine how your assets are divided, which might not align with your wishes. Now let's discuss the role of trust. Trust can be a powerful tool in estate planning. They allow you to manage your assets during your lifetime and control how they're distributed after your death. Trust can also help reduce estate taxes and avoid the lengthy probate process. With a trust, you have more control over how and when your assets are distributed to your beneficiaries, which can be particularly useful in complex family situations. Another crucial element of estate planning is designating beneficiaries. By naming beneficiaries for your retirement accounts, life insurance policies, and other assets, you ensure that these assets are transferred directly to your chosen individuals without going through probate. It's important to regularly update your beneficiaries to reflect life changes such as marriage, divorce, or the birth of a child. This helps avoid any confusion or legal complications down the road. Estate planning is about making sure your assets are handled according to your wishes and providing for your loved ones after you're gone. Taking the time to set up a will, consider trust, and designate beneficiaries can give you peace of mind knowing that your affairs are in order. Planning for retirement. With your estate planning in place to secure your legacy, the next step is to focus on planning for your retirement. Let's explore how to ensure your financial stability in your later years and achieve the retirement lifestyle you envision. When it comes to planning for retirement, there are several savings options to consider, with each its own benefits. Let's start with a 401k. A 401k is an employer-sponsored retirement plan, meaning it's offered through your workplace. One of the biggest advantages of 401k is the possibility of matching contributions from the employer, which essentially frees money up, and free money is added to your retirement account. Contributions to a 401k are made with pre-tax dollars, which means the money is deducted from your paycheck before taxes are taken out. This reduces your taxable income for the year. Additionally, the growth of your investments in a 401k is tax deferred, meaning you won't pay taxes on the earnings until you withdraw the funds in retirement. Next, we have traditional IRAs. This is an individual retirement account available to anyone with earned income, regardless of where you work. Contributions to an traditional IRA may be tax deductible, depending on your income level and whether you have a workplace retirement plan. Like a 401k, the earnings in a traditional IRA grow tax deferred until you withdraw them in retirement. Lastly, let's discuss Roth IRAs. Unlike traditional IRAs, Roth IRAs are funded with post-tax contributions. This means you don't get a tax deduction up front, but the big tax advantage is that the growth in your Roth IRA is tax-free when you withdraw the funds at retirement, as long as you meet certain conditions. Those withdrawals are also tax-free. Another benefit of a Roth IRA is the flexibility it offers. You can withdraw your contributions, but not your earnings at any time without penalty, providing more access to your money if needed. Each of these retirement savings options offers unique benefits, and choosing the right one for you depends on your individual financial situation and financial goals. Other retirement savings plans. Let's talk about SEP IRAs, or a Simplified Employee Pension Plan. These are designated for self-employed individuals and small business owners. One of the key benefits of a SEP IRA is their higher contribution limits compared to traditional and Roth IRAs, allowing you to save more retirement each year. This makes them an excellent option for those who want to maximize their retirement savings while running their own businesses. Next, we have a 403B plan. These are similar to 401k, but are specifically available to employees of public schools, nonprofit organizations, and certain other tax-exempt groups. Just like with the 401k, contributions to a 403b are made with pre-tax dollars, and investments grow tax-deferred until you withdraw them in retirement. Lastly, we have our 457b plan. These retirement plans are offered by state and local governments, as well as some nonprofit organizations. One of the advantages of a 457 is that it allows for additional retirement savings beyond what you might be able to contribute to other plans. This can be particularly beneficial for employees in the public sector who want to build a robust retirement portfolio. Each of these options provides unique opportunities to save for retirement depending on your employment situation. Understanding the specifics of these plans can help you make informed decisions about where to allocate your retirement savings. Strategies for maximizing retirement savings. You can do this by focusing on getting the most out of your employer contributions and optimizing your investment returns. First, let's start with maximizing employer contributions. One of the easiest ways to boost your retirement savings is to contribute enough to get the full employer match in your 401k or similar retirement plan. If your employer offers a matching contribution, make sure you're contributing at least enough to take full advantage of it. This is essentially free money added to your retirement savings, so don't leave it on the table. If you're 50 or older, you can also take advantage of catch-up contributions. These allow you to contribute more than the standard limit, giving your retirement savings account a significant boost as you approach retirement. Next, let's discuss ways to maximize your investment returns. One key strategy is to diversify your investments. By spreading your investments across different asset classes, such as stocks, bonds, and real estate, you can reduce risk and enhance potential returns. Diversification also helps protect your portfolio from the ups and downs of individual investments. Another important tip is to rebalance your portfolio regularly. Over time, your investment mix can shift due to market fluctuations, especially right now. Periodically, rebalancing your portfolio helps you maintain your desired level of risk and return, ensuring your investments stay aligned with your retirement goals. It's also beneficial to increase your contributions over time. As your income grows, consider gradually increasing the percentage you contribute to your retirement accounts. This strategy can significantly boost your savings potential without requiring a large upfront commitment. By following these strategies, you can maximize both your employer contributions and your investment returns, setting yourself up for more secure and prosperous retirement. Conclusion and next steps. As we wrap up, let's quickly review the key steps you can take to secure your financial future. First, develop a plan. It's essential to create a comprehensive financial plan that addresses your unique goals and circumstances. This plan will serve as the foundation for all of your financial decisions moving forward. Next, seek guidance. Consider working with a qualified financial advisor who can help you implement and maintain your financial plan. If you're looking for personalized support, our financial advisors here at USSFCU are here to assist you with expert tailored advice to your specific situation, ensuring that you're on the right track. Once your plan is in place, it's crucial to review it regularly. Your financial needs and goals may evolve over time, so regularly reviewing and updating your plan is key to ensuring it continues to meet those changing needs. Finally, it's time to take action. Don't just plan, take the necessary steps to put your financial plan into action, whether it's adjusting your budget, increasing your savings, or making smart investments. Proactive steps are what turns plans into reality. By following these steps, developing a plan, seeking guidance, reviewing regularly, and taking action, you will be well equipped to achieve your financial goals and protect your future. Thank you for your time today. And remember, our financial advisor is here and ready to get you started.
Troy, thank you very much for that informative presentation. We got a lot of information, and I'm sure that each one of us on the panelists team learned something new today. I know I personally did, and like you were saying regarding the fraud, these people are very, slick, in the sense that sometimes they send emails that look very legitimate, and in reality, it's not even legit. Or like the call that you got today, out of nowhere, they got the information from your property, and you didn't even list it for sale. So it's interesting how they work, but that's the reason why, like you were emphasizing, we have these webinars each and every Wednesday, where we focus on different topics. And one of the topics that we like to focus on is fraud, because we want to make sure that our members feel safe when they're banking here at the United States Center for Federal Credit Union. Troy, I think you made for the camera, to be honest with you. I think we're going to have you present going forward, because I definitely was very, focused and intrigued with what you were saying. So thank you very much for that. We really appreciate it. And Andrea, do you see any questions on your end? Thank you very much for everybody that stayed with us. We appreciate you. We want to give a special shout out to Mr. Stan. It's nice to see you again. Thank you very much for being here with us. Ms. Burns, you are one of the, people we enjoy to see each and every Wednesday as well. So thank you very much. And just like how these two individuals got a shout out, if you keep joining us each and every Wednesday, hey, next time you might get a shout out as well, So thank you very much for being here with us, because as we were emphasizing at the beginning, and we always say this is people helping people. As you can see, Troy was sharing his stories while he was talking about the topics, because, we truly believe in these topics and this, seminars, because we've been through some of the things that we, talk about. So we want to make sure that you are confident when you're banking with us, that we're not a automated machine. We're not a press 1, press 2 type of organization. No, we're actually humans that are here to help you. Andrea, let me stop talking. Let me go with the questions.
Yes. So our first question is, do you have any tips for managing an irregular income in a budget?
Repeat the question, Andrea.
Do you have any tips for managing an irregular income?
Non-regular income?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say it's kind of similar to being a commission sales type person, or even a realtor, because quite frankly, realtors don't always have income coming in consistently. It comes, if they sell a home one month, or maybe they sell 2 or 3 homes one month, and they may go 3 or 4 months without selling their next one. It kind of goes back to establishing a budget, looking at, some of the basics. Do I have enough? Am I making enough to cover my core expenses, i.e. mortgage, rent, utilities, if there's transportation, things like that? Ensuring that you have enough to cover those things. Anything extra when it's an inconsistent income, you always want to make sure that you put enough away to cover those specific items. I believe it was anywhere from 3 to 6 months. You have enough in reserve. As you look at that 50, 30, 20 methodology, ensuring that try to always save as much as you possibly can. And savings can come in such a significant way. You think about It's easy. Sometimes we're at home and I don't feel like cooking tonight, so I want a DoorDash. Well, you know what? You might want to order a pizza. That pizza might be $10, but the DoorDash fee was 15 or 20. So what, did it make sense to do DoorDash, or could you have driven and gotten the pizza? Or could you have done, gone to the grocery store or Wegmans or whatever, or bought a meal, and it's a little bit cheaper that way, and kind of playing it out. So I think it's about changing behaviors, but also having the discipline to realize that, as long as I've got that my core expenses for several months saved up, and where I can put away additional money, that's going to be based upon your particular lifestyle and the things that you need to take care of. But would be more than willing, if you guys would like to reach out to me or reach out to someone on my team, would be more than willing to sit down and help you with budgeting on a one-on-one basis, to really help you build a strategy and be successful.
And also on the website, thank you very much, Mr. Troy, for that great answer. Also on the website, I know Kerry always is emphasizing this. We have a budgeting tool on our website. You can enter your name, your numbers. Kerry, you want to elaborate on that form? Don't worry, she's looking for the unmute button, everybody.
Sorry, because my first reaction was to go to the website and get the link. But I love this budgeting worksheet. I share it all the time. It's a fillable one. So like you could type right in it. You don't have to print it or anything, and it'll add the numbers up and stuff. And I know I've said this before, but when I did that budgeting worksheet for the first time, like it changed my life. Like I saw there was an also in form that makes you go through and write all your expenses down, which is kind of like the first part of it. That was eye-opening. And it's like, wow, did I really need to go to Walmart 5 times? Like, no, it's just like being aware of where your money's going. And that's why I like the budgeting sheet. But I'll go ahead and put the link in the chat if anybody's interested.
Sure.
And then for everybody on the call as well, we always encourage our members, to do their due diligence. Like, what's your goal? What are you trying to accomplish? Like, what are you saving for? Like, for example, Mr. Troy gave us the great example that he was saving for his daughter's colleges, because like he was saying, he was not going to be happy when he writes that check, but he's blessed enough that he can actually write the check, and those are great schools. George Mason is a local school, so, I support it a lot. And Virginia Tech, I got some family members that went there as well. So, but once again, like I want to emphasize that everybody should, sit down, with your spouse or with your family, see what the goal is, maybe a year from now, 5 years from now, short-term and long-term goals as well, So, and somebody said West Virginia in the house, so all right,
cool.
That would be you in that building, So, but yeah, once again, just see what your goals are. Let's say, for example, you're renting right now, and then your goal is to get a home by next year or the next couple of years. See how you're gonna accomplish to get the down payment that you want to. Or if you have, children, like, most of us in the panelist list and the panelist team, then okay, like my daughter or my son is going to go to college in X years, how can I get to that tuition amount? So just doing those having those conversations, sitting down and using things like the budgeting sheet that Kerry was talking about is very helpful, because you don't want to play it by ear, because most of the time that's not going to be successful. You got to have you gotta be very, strict to yourself. And like Troy was saying, like, hey, you want a pizza? We're not saying not to spoil yourself. You want to spoil yourself, by all means, please do it. But is it easier for you to drive in than door dashing it, because the fee was, more expensive than the actual item? So just things to think about. So, yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Troy. I appreciate it. You got me thinking now, because I should be eating home more often, So I gotta cut down the Chipotle. Andrea?
Any other questions?
Yes, sorry. The next question is, should I prioritize paying off debt or building up my savings first?
I say that's a great question. And Kim, please chime in. I think you do both. I think you put yourself on a plan to where I'll just use an example. If, let's say, you've got a bill that, it's $500, and let's say you've got, in disposable income you've got $1,000. I say you try to pay as much down with which is reasonable on that debt, but then also constantly put money away for savings. You never know what's going to happen tomorrow. You absolutely never know. So it's important to pay your bills off, but you also got to save for a rainy day. And as you pay that bill off, continue to put more in savings because you never know what's going to happen. Kim, please chime in. And Kim Fridley, folks, is a recognized authority in the financial industry and has a wealth of knowledge. So, Kim, please chime in.
Oh, Troy, you answered that perfectly. I think we both said at the exact same time. That's a great question.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying it on mute and you were saying it out loud and it was great. Yeah, everything Troy just stated is actual. You really need that budget. You've got to know what you have coming in, what you have going out. First and foremost, you got to have that emergency fund. You've got to have money to pay your current bills. But things like Carrie going to Walmart 5 times when she might not have needed to, or getting that DoorDash, take that extra money and put it down on the debt that you owe if you can afford it. So 100% in line with everything Troy said.
And then also, Kim, you were talking about having those early conversations about 529, correct?
Absolutely. So our daughter graduated from WVU. We did not have those conversations early. And $120,000 later, her 4 years is paid in full. But yeah, that's the best advice I could give anybody. When you're young and your kids are young, you don't think time is going to go by so fast and they're going to be going to college. You just don't think that way. So the best advice I could give anybody today, whether it's a parent or a grandparent, when those kids, grandkids are young, start thinking about college then. Start saving.
Yep. Couldn't agree more, Kim.
And then I do see another question coming in, Andrea.
Any tips for self-employed folks regarding putting money aside to pay taxes compared to savings?
I didn't hear the first part, Andrea.
Any tips for self-employed folks regarding putting money aside to pay taxes compared to savings?
Yeah, I think the concept is the same. When you're running your own business, you're trying to juggle and keep things going. You've got to know what your expenses are, what's your potential for growth, because it's kind of hard to forecast a lot of those things out depending on what type of business that you may have. But this is where, again, if you love to sit down with us, we'd love to help you with the budget. We also have the budgeting tools online to help your unique situation. But when you're in a small business, you've got to know what is it going to cost you for your inventory? What are your expenses? What are your operating costs? Then what are your margins? Because if you've got to have a margin of, if it costs you $5 to buy your supplies, in order for you to be profitable, you've got to look at, where's your break-even point, and then, what is it going to take for you to be profitable? So would love to, without giving you a specific answer, would love to be able to sit down with you and help you with that, because I know we have tools and services and products to help you achieve those financial goals, to take the stress and worry from you, because when you're running a small business, I know it can be very stressful. My father was a dry cleaner growing up. So I know for a fact that is not something that is easy, and you got to be very strategic and deliberate about how to make your business grow and be successful at it.
And to emphasize what Troy was saying to his point, I think that what I got from what you were saying is, and a reminder for everybody, that ask the questions, like sometimes people are afraid, like if I ask this question, they might think I don't know my information. They might think I'm not knowledgeable, but this is the reason why the United States and the Federal Credit Union is here, to give you that peace of mind that you don't got to go through like debt consolidation or starting your business or opening up a business or whatever it is that you need to do alone. That's why we are here, and we have the experts. They're here to help you, even if you're struggling with your account, you don't know how to, meet deadlines, or you don't know how to save up. let us help you, you know, and that's the reason why, like Troy was saying, we can understand that it could be frustrating, it could be stressful, but we want to take that away from you and let us help you out to reach your financial dreams and goals. That's what we're here for. Any other questions, anybody? Do you see any questions on your end?
Nope.
And then Kim, what is that? Utilize the 1099 tax calculator?
Yeah, you can actually go online and Google how much do I need to put back if I am self-employed. There's all kinds of online 1099 tax calculators for self-employed people. My husband, we actually have a self-employed business. And we use that consistently.
Yeah,
So
because everybody's different. Everybody's
That's
scenario
right.
is a little different. Yep.
We do have one more question, and this one's for
Okay.
Carrie. I'm sorry I missed the beginning. Will the recording be available and so I could watch it? It was great information.
What's the answer, Carrie?
Always. Oh, sorry. I'm not Carrie.
Let me
I'm not
answer
Carrie.
this one. You got to answer the other ones. This recording will be available on our website, and then I'll also make it a point to send it out as soon as the graphic designer has it ready and cleaned up and whatnot. By Friday, I'll send it to everybody.
And as you can see, I wanna point out again how we're talking about these topics, and then Mr. Troy was sharing his experience, about the things that he's been through. And then also now Kim was talking about that, she has a business. Back in the day, she had an ice cream business. So what a better example than ice cream? Who does what? Ice cream makes everybody happy, So, and Kim, is a testimony of that. She's also a successful person, both personally and in the financial field. So when Troy was saying that she has the knowledge that you're looking for, she has the knowledge that you're looking for. So if you ever call the 1-800 number, what option do they need to press?
Option 7.
All right, 7 is the actual lucky number. So
thank you, Eddie.
And we do this
Kim.
Go ahead,
Yes,
Miss.
sir.
Hey, Kim, did you sell Dreamsicles?
Oh, of course. We had an ice cream truck, you guys. We went into neighborhoods. We
Wow.
went to schools. We turned that music on. Did it for like 7 years, and I still hear that music in my
Very
sleep.
cool.
So
Very cool.
always chase the ice cream truck, no matter how old you are.
Very cool. You were probably the most popular girl in school, huh?
It was so much fun.
So it's beautiful, to share these stories because, and this is the reason why we believe in the weekly Wednesday webinars. It's because we're actually humans, we're not here to sell you anything or to push you onto products. No, this is to show you that we believe in our own products, and that's the reason why we use them, and we have struggled in certain things, and that's the reason why we want you as the member to be prepared for those hardships, because like Troy was saying, sometimes it rains, and as you know, when it rains, it pours, so we want to make sure that it doesn't pour too hard on you, that you can keep all your financial needs under one umbrella, and you can be for sure confident that we're going to reach your financial dreams and goals, and we're here to help you through that good, through that bad, through that beautiful, through that ugly. But the United States Senate Federal Credit Union is humans being here to help you. People helping people is what I'm trying to say.
Yep, absolutely.
And then somebody saying on the comments, they say, I love ice cream trucks. When I was young, I think you can never be, young enough, old enough, whatever it is, for ice cream. Like right now, as we speak, I already want like a sandwich ice cream. So
Too funny, Eddie.
But with that being said, I think we don't have any more questions. Troy, amazing presentation. Thank you very much, sir, for being able to do it, being willing to do it. Carrie, thank you very much for the information and the content. Just to emphasize everybody again, all the content that you see is organic. So we're not copying and pasting or anything like that. Actually, Carrie takes her time to make sure that everything that we deliver is organic. So Carrie, thank you very much. Kim,
Absolutely.
your knowledge is amazing. Every time I talk to you, I learn something new every day. And it's a pleasure to work with you because you support me, I support you, and it's so beautiful when that's happening, And Andrea, you're getting better at the questions. You're so good, You at first you were very shy, and now you out of your comfort zone. So we're just so glad that you were able to join as the member. Thank you for being with us. And like Kim was saying at the beginning as well, I want to, point that out, that if you're a member, thank you very much for your membership. Please make sure that you contact one of our representatives to give you a financial review. Maybe you in a product that you're using, but you might be able to be using a better product, maybe a better checking account, savings account. There's always room for improvement. So please give us your feedback as well. We want to make sure that we're serving you properly. And if you're not a member, please check us out, because how much money are we giving away, Kim, for new membership?
$1 million.
Oh, no. Next, false advertisement, everybody. No. How much is it, Kim?
$300, free money,
$300, everybody.
free checking, free debit card. Does anybody love the word free? You don't hear that word much anymore.
That's correct.
No, you don't.
So if you're not a member, please make sure that you check us out. We're giving away $300 membership. Of course, there's some certain things that you need to do, but it's easy things. So please check us out. Check the website. Just type on the search bar $300 membership promo, and you'll be able to see the promotion. And also,
Hey,
if
Eddie.
you have family, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we also have a family referral program, and Eddie may have been going there. So I'm so sorry if I
Go ahead.
interrupted you.
That's
But
a great segue.
any of your immediate family, if they're not members here, please spread the word.
Mhm.
You are family. When you join our credit union, you become credit union family, and you get $50 and they get $50. And I mean, that could be a nice out to dinner. Might even fill your car up with gas. $50. So refer your family.
Mhm.
So please refer your family, your friends, anybody that's close to you. We want to make sure that just how you're benefiting from this.
It's a $50 savings.
It's
Now
a $50.
that was the perfect answer. There you go. You can start your savings and we'll help you do it.
Mhm.
That is
Perfect.
correct. We'll give you $50 to start your savings, and that's what we're here for. We're just here to help you. But with that being said, we want to be mindful of people's time. It's 7:01 here in the great state of Virginia, and the East Coast. So Troy, thank you very much. Kim,
Thank you all.
Gary, Andrea,
Excellent
thank you
job,
very much.
Troy.
Yep.
And then
Thank you, Kim, Andrea, Eddie, Carrie. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Have
you.
a
And then
great
before we leave, Carrie, what's the topic for next week?
The topic for next week is it's auto loans, but more focused on, there will be some about loans, but the auto experience at USSFCU. So getting an auto loan from us, the ancillary services like GAP, extended warranty, credit protection, that kind of stuff, car buying service. So that'll be good, and presented by our loan manager, Elton, who is amazing. So you'll really enjoy him, and we hope we'll see you.
You don't want to miss that one.
With that being said, have a great night, everybody. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next Wednesday in the same channel at the same time.
Good night,
Bye.
everyone. We appreciate